Welcome back to Boruto Anime Review. This is episode number 48. And this is talking about the 40th episode of Naruto, not Naruto, Naruto Next Generations, the Genin documentary. I should point out, though, the title character series, Boruto, is only seen in roughly 2 scenes the whole episode. He's seen briefly at the beginning, and he's seen briefly at the end. Yeah, the reason why he's not doing much in this episode because this is focused on Team 5. Also, I found out who the leader is. His name is Udon. Yeah, I looked up like, who's this Udon? I looked up like, oh, it's the little boy who kept having snot come out of his nose when he was a little boy. And the kid who always wore glasses. Yeah, the third member of Team Kono of the Konohamaru entourage. Mhm. I'm like, okay, that's actually quite ingenious. And also, they did a great flashback in the episode of when he was younger, and apparently he's kind of like Naruto in a way where he was a repeater and he was terrible at doing Shadow Clone Jutsu. And apparently, Naruto decided to pop by the academy and see this demonstration. I guess this is probably. My guess is that this particular thing happened probably just before Naruto went on his journey with Jiraiya. Yeah, that's my personal guess when this happened. Yeah, and it's like, okay, we finally get some character development for him, because this is one character who I felt as though, even in the original series, barely got any development. I mean, Mogi got more development than he did. Oh yeah, and Mogi is actually in the episode, but she's there in a flashback. She's not there in the actual physical episode itself. Konohamaru is seen both in present day and in the flashback. That was the first time we was actually seen, Konohamaru, Mogi, and Udon as kids. First time since, I would probably say, Naruto Shippuden. Yeah, first time in a while. And it turns out Iwambi thinks Udon is a cool teacher, even though he's kind of a loser. Yep. And they kept mentioning up. Apparently, real time passed by since the last episode, where it's been like 1 week since the Byakuya incident, and Naruto is in a good chunk of the episode, which, hey, you got at least got to praise him for that. He's seen a teleconference, seen his office a few times, and yeah. And it's a good thing that Udon and Konohamaru they do know each other, and apparently looks like they're still good friends, despite the fact Udon's a little more serious than he was when he was a little boy. Yeah, he's a little more serious, and oh yeah, he still does the whole snot thing, and it turns out, I will get to that in a minute, that's actually part of something that's a little spoiler, I will talk about that at the end. They basically are Team 5, aka Team Udon, which is consists of Metal Lee, DK, and Wambi, their mission is to participate in a documentary to get people to sign up for Ninja Academy, because there's been a slight drop in ninja applicants because, well, not much there. So they're hired and they couldn't do very much, and they try to show off their jutsu. Like Iwambi shows off his Earth Jutsu, Metal Lee shows off his Leaf Hurricane, which Naruto knows that too, and so is I kept thinking this whole episode, maybe Metal Lee can contact his father and ask him to help out, but nope. That's why I kept wondering this whole episode, Metal Lee, your dad is one of the Hidden Leaf 12, and you couldn't contact him, help with this documentary? I mean, why not get one of the greatest ninja currently living in the village, Rock Lee? Have him help out with this. It would be interesting. It'd get people to apply because people would be cool, like Rock Lee. Yeah, but Rock Lee's only popped up for a couple episodes of the series. I kind of wish he showed up a little bit more because he's my second favorite character, second favorite male character, the whole franchise. Yeah, and he only shows up for roughly a couple episodes. If you want to think of one character who has never shown up this whole series and he's part of the Hidden Leaf 12, well, is she? 1010. Yes, 48 episodes in, and she's never made a physical appearance at all. As a matter of fact, at the previous generation Sensei, Kakashi is the one who actually makes a physical appearance in the whole series. I mean, I get maybe Ashura not, but Kunai could. Her daughter does for one episode, but you could have Kunai, Kunuchi, or you could have maybe Mike Guy show up, but God forbid we bring those people in. Heck, not even Tsunade has made a physical appearance in the series. Suzune has for like one episode, but Tsunade has never made a physical appearance in the whole series. But as for the story itself, well, first they pulled out a thing because, well, they wanted to do cool action shots, and then they're sent to and then to Udon are they rescued the documentary crew from a collapsed building, which they kind of basically rigged to explode itself because it was like a condemned building anyways. And excuse me. And also, at one point in the episode, Wambi wanted to throw away his ninja headband in the river because he thought it was a failure. And they briefly get into a fight. Like Metal Lee comes completely out of nowhere and just kicks Wambi in the face. Dekai basically stops them hitting each other, and all of a sudden that Udon pops completely out of nowhere. It's like, where the heck are these people coming from? I mean, Metal Lee must have jumped across the whole river just to kick Iwami in the face. Yeah, because it looks like it came from across from the angle way the shot went. It's so bizarre, to say the least. I'm trying to think, was there anything else I forgot in this episode? Well, then eventually they do film a documentary, no problem, and then they meet up with Naruto, and Naruto apparently knows Iwambi. Iwambi's like, you know my name? And he says, I'm kind of a loser myself, and I failed the EXA exam several times, the graduation exam several times, though eventually passed. Though you kind of feel, yeah, I'm still kind of a Genin despite being Hokage. Which is true. He says, though he does say he never took the tuning exams, he did, but they got interrupted by the invasion of the Sand and Sound Ninja. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the animators forgot the fact that yes, he did kind of take the tuning exams. He got the round 3, but he actually completed his match with Neji, but the tuning exams were interrupted by the invasion of the Sound and Sand Ninja. And I don't know. Maybe the writer forgot that little factoid because that was one of the biggest arcs of the whole entire series, the tuning exams, and Naruto never retook the tuning exams at all. And he says, oh yeah, I'm still a Genin, despite the fact that he had the qualifications to be a Jonin, though he had to basically do some paperwork, do some studying to go with it. As for if he became a Jonin, it's never revealed. Nope. And then all of a sudden he gets a series and nope, still Genin. It's like, really? Okay, I don't really get why in the world that they said this. Oh yeah, I'm still a Genin. Oh, and what is Team Konohamaru do at the end of the episode? They're at a fast food place eating a burger. Yep, at a place called Thunder Burger, and they see a documentary on the screen, and also when they show off their jutsu, they kind of scare people around. And of course, they also break a window, rocks everywhere, stuff like that. And of course, later on when they show up the jutsu again, they have it where Metal Lee does his Leaf Hurricane and knocks out the rocks that are about to crush the documentary crew. Dekai does analysis because, well, he's a tech guy, and Iwami just uses his staff that he carries on him constantly, puts in the ground, creates a brick, and then it just knocks out the crane that was about to come down on him. Of course, later on he kind of loses his ninja headband, though Naruto gives it back to him, which is interesting, the fact he did it. This is probably the second time in the whole series he's ever gave back to someone their ninja headband. The first time was Sasuke at the end of Season 20, though this also happened kind of in Chapter 699 of the manga. Which is interesting, the fact he gave back people their headband. Though, this is something I thought was really weird for Metal Lee to do. I mean, when you first meet him, when you first see him in the whole series, he doesn't have the yellow scarf on. And then for some reason, like right after he graduated, he started wearing the scarf for some reason. Yeah, that is by far never explained why. I mean, I know Mike Dai basically was not wearing it, and of course Mike Guy wore when he was younger, but Rock Lee, and of course when you see Rock Lee in the series, the one episode he pops up and he does wear that scarf, which I'm like, did he get that scarf from Mike Guy? Yeah, it's completely know what Mike Guy is. Yeah, it's completely weird. But at least that Metal Lee wears his ninja headband pretty much in the same place he wore in the where his father wore in the actual series. He wore it as a belt. He's not the only one who did that. Ino did the same thing. Yeah, she wore it as a belt. No idea why. Of course, Dekai actually wears his ninja headband on his forehead. As for Iwambi, he first to carry around this sort of like attachment to his belt, which is weird. I mean, Shikamaru, and of course Shikadai does the same thing, wears his ninja headband on his arm. Yeah, of course Choji wears it on his forehead. Choji does the same thing, and as for, well, everybody, like, I would say the only characters in the whole entire series out of the current generation who don't wear the ninja headbands on the forehead is just Iwambi and Metal Lee. They're probably the only ones in the whole entire series who don't wear it on their forehead. And that's it for the episode. Next week's episode looks like it's focused on Susumori's team. What looks like they're rescuing animals. Okay. Interesting. First time she's popped up in the series. She did pop up in the last episode, though she didn't do much of anything. Also, it looks like next episode we're going to get a chance to see Hinabe. Hanabi. Hanabi's sister. Interesting, she pops up again. Also forgot to mention. Excuse me. When about the whole nose thing. Yeah, that's actually snot. And it turns out it's actually a special jutsu that creates kind of like this frozen thing to stop all rocks. I'm like, it's called ninja drool, ninja snot. I'm like, ninja art. And he just he does this, and snot pops out of his nose, and that apparently forms a jutsu. Okay, it's one of the most bizarre jutsus I have ever seen for the entire series. I'm kind of like, okay, that could kind of explain why the fact this guy never blew his nose at all the whole entire series. But he has snot up his nose. So apparently he has to have his nose stuffed up, well, one nostril anyways, in order to form this jutsu. Which is weird, the fact that they like that. Because when you see him constantly, he's constantly doing this, like blowing up his nose, get the snot covered up. But when he was younger, he never did that at all, which was weird, the fact he never did when he during part 1. Here, at least he has decency to actually cover up his snot. That was kind of gross. He says don't laugh, though I thought this was kind of gross to use snot to stop rocks, which is weird. So, yeah, it's a good episode. I'm looking forward to next week because Susumori is probably by far my favorite original female character of the whole entire of the current generation. I'm looking forward to see what the team does because since the series started, you don't get a chance to see much do anything. So maybe get a chance to see Team 4 to do something. Who knows? Though currently in the manga, she's working for a tech firm for some strange reason. Yeah, there's no explanation why she abandoned her own team. Unless, of course, they either became Chunin or they died. That's the only thing that probably happened with her team. But with Hina show up next episode, I'm definitely looking forward to. Even though she did pop up in the last week's episode, she can land style. Like she did get a chance to do something, though she get a chance to undo the jutsu. That stuff will happen again in last week's episode. That was mentioned at the beginning here, because some of you had some doubts about the whole thing about the whole rumor stuff, and Naruto was going to get into it. But if you see his office is covered with paperwork, and I keep saying, and I'm sure a lot of people agree with me, Naruto, you know how to use the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Why don't you use the Shadow Clone Jutsu to do all that paperwork in your office, just so your office is not covered with paperwork? I mean, it's not only on his desk, it's on the floor, it's everywhere in his whole office. So, it also kind of looked like he was starting to do paperwork, but he never got a chance to finish it. Yeah, but he should use his Shadow Clone Jutsu to make the paperwork go faster so he can spend some time with his family. Yeah. So, that's it for this video. Stay tuned next week for next week's episode, which is called Wasabi and Nadima, which those two are Susumori's friends who are part of her Genin team. I don't know who their sensei is because they never revealed that when they became a team. We'll probably get a chance to find out who that is in next week's episode. If it's Hinabe, that'd be interesting, but who knows. But until we see you on next week's episode,